Hi, welcome to week 4, our final week of the series. It has been an absolute pleasure being with you, and I hope what we've been talking about has helped you as much as it's helped me. This week, I want to land this plane, okay, with something that can and will change how you look at life. And I call it, make it all worship. Make it all, everything you do, worship. So the verse that we're going to use for this devotional is Psalm 35:28. My tongue will proclaim your righteousness, your praises all day long. So I'm going to keep this simple. All of us, okay? Every single one of us feels stuck a few or several times, many times in our life. Stuck is simply your spirit's way of telling you it's time to grow. The old way isn't working anymore. God wants to take you higher. When we're thirsty, our mind is telling us to take a sip of water. When we're hungry, our mind tells us to start preparing something to eat. And if you ignore those little warnings long enough, we can do great damage to our bodies, and the extreme, we can die. Feeling stuck is a similar but spiritual signal. It's time to grow, and we'll have to get out of the boat and do something about it. And if we ignore that signal long enough, I believe it can do great damage to our soul. We were made to grow, and we were made to bloom even in the most horrendous of circumstances. We were created to persevere, adapt, and become against all odds. Just look at nature. It does it all the time. So when you ignore that primal urging inside of you, there will be suffering. Without progress, it's difficult to find happiness. Our time on earth is intended to be a journey, not some boring pit stop. There is a consensus within psychological literature that people who are progressing, working towards something meaningful, trying something new, they feel a greater sense of happiness and contentment overall. Notice it's not people who succeed. Sure, you'll feel happiness if you get some wins, but it's fleeting. Anyone who's had a big success will tell you this. True contentedness, a deeper joy, reveals itself as we grow deeper in our relationship with God and embark on a faith-filled life with Him. So how do we progress? It starts with a vision. Have you noticed the theme here? Okay. Progress towards better health starts with envisioning a healthier, fitter, perhaps more glowing you. Progress towards healthier relationships may start with writing more handwritten notes or lunch dates or more intentional romance in your marriage. Progress towards healing old wounds may require making an appointment to a counselor or to a doctor. Progress towards more adventures may include saving for a vacation or taking lessons on dancing. I don't know, what is it for you? And once you have your visions in place, put up a brick to build something beautiful. And I know I make that sound easy. Lord knows it's not. But in order to realize any vision, you'll have to do things you don't want to do. One of the fruits of the Spirit is self-control. God expects us, with His help, to be disciplined and to choose to do what's right for ourselves and for those around us. And to do that, we have to be willing to lay our bricks, even when we don't feel like it. God doesn't want us to rely on feelings. He wants us to rely on Him. What if doing something good for ourselves and our family isn't compelling enough for us to take action? Well then, what if we did it for God? Putting my cart back at the grocery store, pulling weeds out of my garden, bringing integrity to all of my responsibilities, going for long walks, keeping my word, keeping my house clean, making sure I tend to important friendships, baking a bundt cake for someone going through a difficult time, waking up early and doing my writing every day. That, to me, when I can't do it for myself, somehow I can do it for God. It's worship. And I hope it delights Him. I believe it does. Make your action, make your laying of bricks towards your vision of an ideal life worship. Make it an offering. Make it gratitude. When my girls do something good, when they clean up their toys without me asking, when they're polite or say please or thank you or do something kind for another kid, they look at me like, do you see that, Mom? Do you see what I did? Are you proud of me? And I'm delighted. If I have that interaction with my children, then I believe God has that with us. Do you see, Lord? Do you see what I'm doing? Are you proud of me? That kind of intimate back and forth relationship. I think it's amazing. You know, you can say things like, when you're trying to make your offering, to make your life worship, you know, just saying, God, you gave me this wonderfully made body that walks and moves, that sees and laughs, and it's getting unhealthy, it's getting creaky, but I'm going to take care of it now the way I'm supposed to. Thank you for the body you've given me. God, you've given me these gifts and these talents, and I'm not going to let them lay dormant anymore. I'm going to use them every day for you. God, you gave me this beautiful home. I'm going to take care of it. I'm going to respect my home. I'm going to treat it well. Through some miracle, I was able to get this car. I'm going to take care of it. Make sure that it runs well. I'm not going to just let it sit there and rot. When we take care of the small things, God opens the door to bigger, greater things. Let me give you a hint. Most people don't have their stuff together. But the people who are trying, the ones progressing even one little inch at a time, are experiencing a happiness and joy that God had intended for us all along. I really believe that. So it's time. It's time to get it together, okay? You can do it. You were made to do it. In the words of Dr. Seuss, today is your day. We're going to get it together. Thank you.